The new album released, Union Black's the first in 3 years. What have you been up to in those 3 years?
Right, well, we released Shack Fights and Dog Fights, and we travelled. Wrote the record. We done like a shitload of summer festivals last summer. You know, we haven't. I mean, it's been definitely a Skindred time. That's all it's been about, Skindred. I've also produced a band called Revoker, who just released an album on Roadrunner Records. I did that, which was real good. But it's, you know, we were in the studio. Went in the studio in August last year after the summer festivals finished, with James Leffler, who produced the album. Went in the studio with him, and it's been non-stop since. Like, you know, we recorded the album. Yeah, from after August we recorded the album from November through December. It's just been Union Black ever since, you know. It's
the first one recorded in the UK.
First record recorded in England, yeah.
Yeah. Has that added anything to the way you recorded this album compared to the others?
Yeah, well, the other records were really like, you know, no disrespect, but it was like really, it was really more focused on us trying to be on American radio. So the producers and the record company pushed us in that direction, so we'd sound basically sonically for American radio. So there's a major difference in doing an album in the UK with just us guys and James, because, like, you know, we just wanted to make a record that represented us and where we're from, you know, because we're not from the States. So it's good that this record has made us feel like we're, you know, at home. And people keep saying us with all the the dubstep stuff and the MCing and stuff like that. It feels like a British band, and I'm really proud of that, you know.
Yeah, the producer is also English that you worked with. Did he bring anything to the mix?
Loads. I mean, I don't think without him it wouldn't have been the record that it is. He's just a fucking monster when it comes to like all that loops and all that. It's nice because when you're in America and you're talking about TV shows and you're talking about this band and that band, you know, for every 2 minutes you're on YouTube with these producers trying to show them, well, this is what I'm talking about. This, but James knew. You know, I mean, if you're not talking about Peggy Mitchell from EastEnders, James knew. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
You're talking about Eamon Andrews or flipping, you know, Trevor McDonald. He knew there's no, you know, I mean, it's very British. Like, I mean, it might sound stupid to you, but when you're working with someone who's never heard of these people and they're just totally alien to all TV in Britain and all music in Britain and all old bands and new bands, it just made it much easier. And like I said, James was a monster when it comes to like bringing stuff to the table. The album wouldn't have been the album. Union Black wouldn't have been Union Black without him.
The artwork for the new album was done by Tim Fox, who also did your Stand for Something track music video. Yeah. How does the artwork represent the album?
Well, you know, the first thing you look at is the lion on the front, and as you know, the lion has always represented the UK. But not just the UK. For me, the lion represents the power and the master and, you know, the unity of God. You know, and that's what it represents to me as well. So it's a powerful image. And if you look in the lion's mane, there's a lot of things that mean things to the band. You know, they got each band member got their hometown crest in there, and there's a Star of David which represents the overcomer. You know, and there's like, you know, a police box which represents call the police. You know, it's just, you know, there's all sorts of shit in the main.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a strong imagery. You know.
Yeah. Obviously it's about England, but what aspects of England is the album?
Well, when I say it's about England, you know, I mean, I've had emails from people all over the world saying they identify with some of the lyrics, and they're motivated by some of the lyrics in there. So it was written in England. When I say it's about England, it's like when I go to a pub on a Saturday night with my friends and I'm drinking and whatever and hanging out, the conversations we're having is going to be different from the conversations they're having. You know, say in West Palm Beach, I'll be having with my friends. You know? And it's like, I just feel like, you know, it's representing the band being in the UK at this time, you know, more than like, oh, this is like an English album, you know.
Yeah. Are your tracks very personal, lyrically written?
Yeah, man, every one of them is like, it's like people say it's political, or because I'm talking about guns and on some of the songs I'm talking about knives on some of the songs. I wouldn't say it's political, it's just what affects me, you know. I was telling someone the other week when my kid got stabbed, slashed across the face and stabbed in the back, you know, by some fucking asshole on the street, you know, and it's like, that's got to affect you. So when I wrote the song like Cut Them, it sort of leans towards that, you know, and then you got like a little girl in the shop in London the other day with her father, like some fucking prick comes in with a gun and shoots her dead, you know. It's like, these things are happening and they're on your streets. You know, a lot of people say, oh, it's just, so, you know, he's written about guns, and so if it wasn't happening, then fair enough, but it's going down and it affects me. I got kids, I got grandchildren, it affects me, you know.
Yeah,
so
affects
like,
everyone.
Yeah, exactly, you know, so I think it's a statement that pisses me off, so when things piss you off, the best thing to do is to write about it.
Definitely.
You know, but that, in saying that, then there's a song like, you know, Make Your Mark, which is about people who just lay down and let their life, you know, be written out for them instead of writing it themselves, you know. There's another song on the album called Death to All Spies, which is about overcoming the bullshit and, you know, but people, the boxes people put you in, you fight through their boxes to become, you know, a better being, you know, for doing what you want to do. So there's different aspects on there, you know. It's just like, oh yeah, it was just urban gun crime and all that. So I read a few reviews where people said, oh, you know, it's very urban. Fucking same urban bullshit affects you as it affects me, you know?
Yeah.
Take it or you leave it. I'm sorry I'm not writing about daisy chains, but I don't do much fucking daisy picking, you know?
Yeah. This is the beginning of your tour to promote the album. Are you looking forward to getting out and promoting it?
Yeah, I mean, it's killing me, though. This fucking hour and a half shit's killing me, bro. Hour and a half on stage is like, oh my god. It's fun, the crowd love it. Like last night in Brighton, they went crazy. It was real good fun, you know, but it's just tough up there. Especially these small, sweaty clubs, you know, they're small, like, you know, 500, 600 people, and it's jam-packed. There's a whole lot of bouncing going on, and you know, yeah, it's hot, real hot.
On May the 7th, you're at the London HFM Forum for Scuss TV. Are you looking forward to doing that?
Do you know what, brother? In all honesty, I look forward to everything. Yeah. Every aspect of this game I look forward to. Whether it's a small club with like 50 people in there or a download festival, no matter what it is, I look forward to performing, you know, just getting a chance to rock, you know.
Because going back to download this year, is there any particular different vibes you get or different ways you feel compared to doing like this and then a big festival?
Well, I mean, you've got to realise that when you play a club, you play a club like this, you're on a small stage, a couple of people will check it out on YouTube. You know, unless you shoot somebody or someone shoots you, you know, then millions of people will check you out, you know. But when you play a download or Sonosphere, there's a responsibility. I feel like I'm an ambassador for you know, my fans as well. Yeah. So there's a responsibility that you have to fucking deliver, and deliver something which is memorable. Because remember, I ain't going up there with no pyrotechnics. You know, I am my pyrotechnic. I have to be explosive. You know, I have to bring that charge. I have to like walk on there knowing that later on there's going to be bands. We've got all the big lights and all the explosions, but my performance has to equal them on a level where I have nothing except, like, you know, a backdrop. But I have to take these people with me. I have to bring this crowd with me. 80,000 people has to come with us. You know, we have to work them. You know, have to work them into a frenzy. Charge them up, because I know when they leave, if I don't do that, you know, and it's a case of every night, if I don't do that, then I flop, and I ain't flopping, you know, I'm winning this fight.
So a particular thing you do before going out on stage to get that hyped, or is it just...
Nah, bro, you know what I mean, like, I don't do any of that stuff. I don't warm up. Maybe I should. See a lot of singers doing la 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 and stuff like that. They go la 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 la, and then go on stage and go. So what the fucking point is doing a la la la? You're just screaming. If you're doing opera, fair enough, you know. Yeah. But for me, I don't. None of us do nothing. I mean, Aria don't warm up. I don't warm up. I don't do no vocal training. I think Dan's the only guy who plays like a motherfucker. Go on, you know, he plays for like an hour before we go on. The bass player, he's pretty musical. You know? And I think Mikey has a little strum, but Dan's the man. None of us really do anything. Aria should warm up, but he don't.
When you do a festival or tour in England, and then because you're doing also other festivals around Europe, do you get much of a chance to actually see the places you go to, or
no, bro, you don't really, unless you get a day off. You know. So a lot of these festivals, if you're playing with the same band, it could be the same place, you know. I only judge a festival by catering, you know. Sometimes it's kick-ass catering, and there's like fucking caviar and sushi and all. Next day it's just bread and water, you know. But what's important really is, you know, the energy the crowd give you, and the crowd and the energy you give to the crowd.
You've been nominated for Best UK Band and Best Live Band for the Golden Gods for Metal Hammer this year. What's it mean to be nominated for those?
I always say this, well, it's good to be up for, you know, rejection again. You know, it's cool, it's beautiful. I mean, if the fans do that and they get us to that much, that means we're winning something, you know, we're pushing it forward, and it's cool. I mean, you know, we might not win the piece of paper or the trophy or whatever, but just to get us to there, there's like 1,000 bands in Britain, and they're all really good, strong acts, and for us to be sat in that award, you know, in a list of 4 amongst real gods like Iron Maiden and Bullet for My Valentine, it's an honour for us, because we're just fucking crazy little punk rock band who don't know whether they're reggae or rock, you know.
Fair enough.
But it's nice to be nominated with some big hard hitters. Yeah, man.
You've been quite busy, obviously, over the last year, recording and getting your album out there, and now the touring and the festivals until the end of August.
Yeah.
Do you have anything planned for after that?
Yeah, you know what, bro? This record's going to be coming out all over the world. It ain't like one of them. It's not like Beyonce who releases an album all worldwide on the same day. So we're just going to, you know, like they say, chip away, nugget by nugget, until we get the whole picture done. So I'm sure when this is finished, this run, and the festivals are finished, August will come, and it'll be like either going to the States or going to Japan or something like that, or maybe, you know, going to Europe, you know. So it's really cool, man. I mean, it's like, it's not going to stop. I look at this thing, when we release these records, it's a case of like, for 18 months, you're pushing this record. So I know, you know, when we finish this, we're going to be out doing something else, you know.
It's very hard working, and
it is hard work. I mean, it's like, it's fucking boring as well, because I mean, you know, I don't like to party too hard, because you just can't do it all the time, you know.
No.
So, you know, I'd like to look at it like a job, you know. You can get messy on the weekend, you know. So during the week, I just stay focused and do what I gotta do, and then on the weekend, then that's when the madness starts.
Yeah.
But you know, it is hard. It's hard being away from your loved ones, and you know, you're away from your children and your girlfriends and that, and it's like, that's hard on your relationship, you know. And you know, you don't want to argue on the phone because it's not good, because you ain't gonna see it for like a month.
Yeah.
And it's not fucking good to be arguing with your girlfriend. You ain't seeing it for a month, you know.
Yeah.
So you just try to be mellow, try to live every day, try to just, you know, and you got to remember you're living with your family. You know, these 4 guys are your family, and you know what it's like when you go home for tea and your mother's house and someone's gonna piss you off, and you're gonna rub each other up the wrong way. But I think the most important thing is that you can fight, call each other fucking assholes, come back to the table and say, "Can you pass the salt, please?"
Yeah.
And that's, you know, that's the way it's got to be. Otherwise, you'll be finding new band members every week, you know. You got to be tough skinned, man.
Yeah.